to By the Book Bonus Bets. Nejad, McDonald here, and normally we talk NFL, college football, football heavy here on the Bonus Bets. However, we're going to talk a little NBA Cup futures. So I want to pull up the odds board, Sia, and let's look at this because we see the Knicks at the top, the Celtics pretty close up there as well. The Lakers won this last year in the inaugural season with LeBron being an MVP. Anything stand out to you when you look at these numbers?
Well, perhaps LeBron wins the NBA Cup again, but we'll get to that in a second because I do think the NBA Cup is interesting. Interesting marketing, by the way. It's not the in-season tournament anymore, right? It's the NBA Cup. But I'll say this. The betting opportunities don't just lie in the tournament futures, the overall winners. They lie in the group stages, too. And just so everybody knows, you got 6 groups, 3 in the East, 3 in the West, and then you've got 3 teams emerging from those groups, plus a wild card in each conference. Then you got a knockout stage, and then you finally got the finals. But in the group stages, where we still are, most teams are through 2 games. I like a couple of teams to win their group, and one of them is those Los Angeles Lakers, who, for the record, are 2-0, have 2 games left until they get to that elimination round. I think they're going to advance. I think the odds makers think they're going to advance, and you're getting a plus 125 on them to advance. Now, listen, they play with the Oklahoma City Thunder in the group, Phoenix Suns. That is a little bit of a problem, but those 2 teams haven't gotten off to the start that the Lakers have. And the Lakers have the Thunder and the Suns still to go in their group. They could potentially lose those 2, but I expect them to win at least one of them, especially with OKC being a little bit banged up. The Lakers have to go to Phoenix, then they get the OKC Thunder at home. Again, if they win one of those 2, they advance easily into the knockout round, and I'm getting plus 125 for that advance. So I like them in Group B. One more group stage pick before we talk about one of these teams, or maybe a couple of these teams. Group C, Golden State Warriors. No Klay Thompson, but Buddy Hield is kind of that dude. And this team is really starting to look like they are not just playoff viable, but championship viable. And they're in a stage, again, they are also 2-0. We're halfway through this group stage. I expect them to go 3-1. That gets them to advance. And the Denver Nuggets, the Dallas Mavericks, they're not off to the start. We see what the standings are right now. Golden State Warriors have a couple games left. Some challenging opponents in those 2 games, but I think they're going to go 3-1, maybe 4-0. They advance, and then you're getting the number, right? You're getting the minus 130. I think that's an absolute playable number for their group.
Okay, so I love that you're able to break down some of these groups because I do think it matters when it comes to the full odds board again. So we're going to pull up the odds. Who wins this thing this year?
So the groups is really important, right? Because we see the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Boston Celtics at plus 750, plus 800, 2 of the best teams in the NBA, no doubt. Well, here's the problem. They're in the same group. And believe it or not, the Atlanta Hawks are in that group and right now are 2-0. So when you're watching this, when it comes out by the book bonus bets, they're still going to be 2-0. And these Friday games are going to need to take place. So the Hawks could actually grab one of those 2 slots, which is why I want to stay away from both the Celtics and the Cavaliers, even though I think they're the class of the East. I'm going to the Knicks. There's a reason they're plus 550. They are an absolute shoo-in. They're like minus 390 to win their group. So we know at the very least they're advancing in their stage, and we can't say that about the Celtics and Cavs. So I like the Knicks to advance and to maybe advance and win this whole thing. They've got a new makeup. Cat is on this team. They traded away some players. They still need to gel. I think this tournament means a lot more to the Knicks than it does to the Boston Celtics. The Cavaliers, it certainly means something to them too. Boston's not playing for the in-season tournament. They're not playing for the NBA Cup. They're trying to repeat as back-to-back champs. So I like the Knicks at plus 550. However, if you want to take a flyer, those 2 group phase winners, right? The Golden State Warriors, Los Angeles Lakers, we see LA at plus 900, and we see Golden State at plus 650. I like both of those. So if you want to sprinkle on both, that's great. If you want to choose one, Lakers won this thing last year. It is important to them. They have AD healthy. They have LeBron healthy. Oh, and this Dalton Connect guy. He just hit another three-pointer like 5 minutes ago. He doesn't miss. I mean, this Lakers team is all of a sudden pretty interesting, and it wouldn't shock me at all if they go for this thing. Plus 900, I'd sprinkle that.
Wow, Lakers going for the back-to-back NBA Cup titles. All right, good stuff. 3 teams to keep your eye out on, especially coming up this Friday, but coming up every Monday through Friday, 5:30 p.m. by the book. Bet. Nejad, McDonald. We'll see you next time.